What's up, everybody? Cigar Sherpa Laird Mayhew back with another cigar review, and today I've got the San Lotano Requiem Maduro by AJ Fernandez. Stay tuned.
I can smoke stogies in my house, first of all, because her father introduced me to stogies, and second of all, because I'm a stud. I'm ballsy. I don't take no shit from anyone. I smoke my stogie anywhere I want. I don't have to find a hideout place like you.
All right. Welcome back to another installment here at Cigar Sherpa. I, of course, am your host, Laird Mayhew, and if this is your first time here, don't forget, hit that subscribe button. And if this is not your first time and you're joining us again, welcome back. We appreciate the support. All right, so getting right into it, I've got the San Lotano by AJ Fernandez. This one is the Requiem Maduro, okay? It is using a Mexican San Andreas wrapper, which I am an absolute big fan. It's probably becoming one of my favorite wrappers, more so than the Connecticut Broadleaf here lately. I just really enjoy that peppery, like spicy toastiness that it brings. You know, it's very similar, I guess, to the Broadleaf. Maybe it's not as thick, but it's got a Honduran binder, and it's got a mixture of Honduran and Nicaraguan tobacco. I've got the Toro size, which is a 6-inch cigar, softly box pressed at a 52 ring gauge. I picked this cigar up on a deal, actually. It was my local brick and mortar shop here, Anstead's Tobacco, Fayetteville, North Carolina. Big shout out if you're ever in the area or passing through. It's what I've been told, and what I've seen, actually. It's one of the nicest cigar lounges, humidors, setups where you can go and enjoy a cigar on the East Coast. And that's a free plug for them. Okay, so the cigar here. Where was I? I hate when I do that. It's Thursday, tomorrow's Friday. Anyway, construction on this bad boy is freaking beautiful. It's got this dark chocolate colored wrapper that looks like it's just been dunked, right? Dunked in chocolate, kind of like a chocolate-covered strawberry. Seamless wrapper, and it's got a double cap. That double cap? Yeah, okay. Smell on this bad boy is like chocolatey, barnyardy, like a damp earth, and just sweet. I mean, it literally smells like a sweet, like chocolate-covered dried strawberry. That's I don't know. It's just a sweet smell. It's like fruity. You know what I'm talking about if you smell one of these. It's got that fruitiness in there, almost like a rotten fruit, but not. Well, I tell you what, I've seen some weird flavors on a cigar review today. I ain't gonna mention the cigar, but I was looking up, I watch reviews, I read reviews, on the Half Wheel and all these other forums. And one guy literally came out and said that a cigar tasted like venison. Like, I've been smoking cigars for 22 years, and I smoked all types of cigars, from cheap cigars to world-class expensive cigars, and I ain't never tasted no venison or spoiled milk. I mean, I get it. I just said like a chocolate-covered strawberry, but come on, man. All right, man, I'm going to give this thing a cut and a light, and we're going to get into this first third review, and stay tuned. All right. Right off the bat, I'm getting hit in the face with cocoa and black pepper on the retrohale. Woo! Be careful. A very surprisingly smooth cocoa and coffee flavor with that black pepper on the retrohale. No pepper on the palate right now. Smoke's kind of starting to get creamy now as it starts to kind of develop a little bit. But the black pepper on the retrohale is insane. Ooh, my eyes are about to start watering. I love it. That cocoa and coffee flavor. And I tell you what, it tastes just like this dark roast coffee. It's the Ethiopian blend that I'm drinking. And it just tastes like a liquid. The coffee tastes like a liquid version of this cigar. It's just very earthy. It's got like a dry earth. I was anticipating kind of a damp earth from the cold draw. Oh, and by the way, I put a hole punch on there. I was going to put a V cut because ever since this guy suggested that I run the V cut this way instead of, long ways, I've just kind of fell in love with it. This is kind of a sharply box pressed cigar. So when you kind of go unconventional, which is unconventional for me because I'd always done it long ways, but I started turning the cigar like this and cutting that way with the V cut, and I enjoy it. It's new to me. And that's what I wanted to do here, but I forgot it, so I got the hole punch. Anyway, I'm going to get into the first third, and I'm going to come back and tell you what I think about it from there. Stay tuned. All right. We are into the first third. This thing's developed. It's kind of transitioned just a little bit. We're about 8 minutes into it. I'm going to be honest with you. It started off with a really big bang, and I'm not really liking where it's at right now. It's not bad by no means, but it's taken on like this woodsy note in the background, and it's not cedar and it's not oak. It's just like wood, and that's weird to me. So maybe we're going to push past that, but I still have a very, very strong black coffee and a slight cocoa now, and the smoke wants to be creamy almost, but because of that wood flavor, it's kind of making it like dry. It's kind of just like sucking all the saliva out of my mouth. So I'm coating my mouth with coffee. Might be influencing the flavor a little bit. Maybe I should go eat a palate cleanser, some dark chocolate. But medium body, but I want to say it's almost full strength. I mean, I feel it in my throat, on my tongue. It's just spicy. It's just lingering. It's a long finish on this thing. Perfect draw. Okay, it's starting to get a little sweeter now. I wonder what that was. I've never had just wood. And I can tell you this much, going back on what I said in the opening there, venison, where the hell do you taste venison? Like, man, you must eat. I mean, I'm a deer hunter, big deer hunter. I eat a lot of venison. So I know what venison tastes like. Okay? It's not something I tasted years ago and didn't like or like. We live off of it. I harvest, if in a good year, at least 5 deer, okay? And that's the whole reason why I got into the business that I'm in. I got into the roofing business and started off in the landscaping contract business. Got into the roofing business. Why? People are like, how'd you get in this business? Because you didn't grow up doing it. Hunting season. Ain't nobody going to pay me to hunt deer. Not yet. Anybody out there know somebody that's hiring? I'll apply for that job. So I got into my own business to get around hunting season. Anyway, this is not a hunting show. This is a cigar review show. I'm, slightly enjoying this right now. I'm hoping it's going to get a little more chocolatey, a little more damp earth. But only one way to tell, and that's to keep smoking this thing. So I'm going to come back in the second third and tell you what I think about it from there. Stay tuned. All right. We are in the second third, just about the halfway point. Took off the little secondary band. And let me tell you, the band on this thing's pretty cool. It looks like an old Spanish town, probably something to do with the name San Lotano. And I think I remember reading something that it's actually supposed to be Lotano. It was a typo, is why it's Lotano with the O instead of a U at the end. And I believe it has something to do with the region where he's from or where his daddy's from. I was speaking about AJ Fernandez. They're called Lotanos. I guess they're from, I don't know. I don't want to misquote. But anyway, nice band. It's big, ornate, gold and green, and it's pretty cool. It's kind of embossed. Anyway, you want to know about the flavors. We have a couple of things going on here. It's weird. It's kind of like an ebb and flow of good and not so good, in my opinion. So coming into the second third, the chocolatey note just really picks up, okay? And there's a sweetness to the smoke and kind of a damp earth, which is kind of sweet to me. And it's good. And then the wood flavor is the cedar flavor, which is good, is kind of met with a char. So it's like a charred wood, which ain't so good. Okay, and with that cocoa is kind of a metallic. It's weird. It's like a couple of puffs. I'm not really digging the metallic and the char, but then that kind of goes away. And it comes with a sweet, earthy cocoa. And, of course, that black coffee. The spice is kind of not there. The pepper in the retrohale kind of gets real smooth, and the retrohale gets really, really just smooth. There's really no bite to the retrohale at all. But it's got bold flavors, and I'm just kind of like, I take a drag or a puff or a draw, a pull, whatever you want to call it, and I'm like, oh man, it's just like a nice chocolatey, creamy, sweet smoke. And then I come back to it, and then I get that charry metallic. So it's like ebb and flow, you know. So there you go. I'll be back in the final third to tell you what I think about it from there. Stay tuned. All right. We are in the final third of this bad boy, and I'd say we're about 55 minutes in, and it's wrapping up here. Going into the final third, though, the flavors didn't really transition, but they developed. Okay, so I was getting that that cocoa, that chocolatey nuance, and that just got really bold, and it got very, it got more chocolatey. The spice kind of comes back and sits on the palate. The black pepper really never comes back. The retro hail stays really smooth. That woodsy note that I couldn't really pin down. It was like, it wasn't oaky, but it wasn't cedary. The cedar note came in and it kind of stayed at cedar, and I like cedar, but it had a charry note to it mixed with that I wasn't a really huge fan of. And it kind of had that metallic taste. It kind of goes in the background, but it's still there. But overall, it's a good cigar. And they say it's a medium-bodied cigar. I'd say it's more towards a full body. It develops into a full body. It stays medium. It's very smooth and develops into a full flavor. Strength-wise, I'm going to say this thing is full strength. It's definitely got me buzzing here towards the end. And, you know, typically when you get past the band, some people call that the sweet spot. They must load it. They loaded up with more Lajero leaf because it gets a lot stronger there towards the end, kind of going off with a bang. But other than that, you know, spicy, chocolatey, sweet, creamy, and coffee on the plus side. On the negative side, I would say it's just a little bit too charry, or more charry than I like, and it had like a metallic nuance there that I wasn't a fan of. But overall, I'm going to smoke it again. Matter of fact, if they're still on sale when I go back to the B&M tomorrow, I will definitely pick up some more. So try it out. Cigar Sherpa, Laird Mayhew, reminding you to be polite to everybody that you meet, but always have a backup plan in case you got to shoot them in the face. And I'm out.